Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Okay, so here comes the offense for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
On second down, just keeps firing. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. A third and long coming up here. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Looking for a block. It's Harrington. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam, that defender's right in your face.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And, man, when a quarterback can do that, it just dictates everything to the defense. I mean, you could tell. He puts his foot in the ground, he gets north-south, picks up yards fast on the QB keep. That defense better be aware of his ability.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. He's got him along the sideline. Beautiful footwork for the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
He's tackled at the 42-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Give to the running back. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Illegal flag. Offense.
And the offense will accept the penalty and move the ball forward. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's going to throw deep right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
They bring the punter onto the field now. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the 1st down.
Looking to move it through the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
All right, you gave up the big play, defense. I know they got a big chunk, but they didn't get in the end zone. You live to fight another day. Now you got to bow your necks up and make this stop inside the 5.
The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. They'll try to run it in. And into the end zone for a touchdown.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He's looking to throw it. He finds his man.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Here comes the option. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense there. Offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, and getting the tackle for loss.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the catch. It's Williamson. Still on his feet at the 45. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They'll throw it on first down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying play action. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, worked out.
And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Ready to fire from the pistol. He's going to pass. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Backed up just inside their own 20. It's 2nd and 9 from the 19. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got an open man. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, it doesn't get more simple than that. The receiver just running a hitch route, and he can't look the football in, and somehow it falls incomplete.
Second and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He's looking deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
When I'm an offensive coach, I'm going to take shots. I'm going to take those 50-50 balls, and most of the time I'm going to trust my wide receiver to come down with it. The defensive back said, no, sir.
They bring the punter onto the field now. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He's going to fire deep. Makes the catch on the left. Hit the afterburners, kid. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. The receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And he'll bring it back. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. It's complete to the left. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Great job in coverage by defense there, guys. Take away all the primary targets down the field, force the QB to check it down, rally to the fullback, and make a tackle.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He'll do it himself. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal blocking the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll leave it with him. Fighting off the defender. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Brings up 3rd down.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision. And you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Kickoff team takes the field after the punt return for the touchdown. Let's see what they've got in coverage now. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Power football with the run. Powers through the defender. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
But with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
They're getting this guy lathered up. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try the run. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Got out of trouble and throws. That pass is incomplete.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
And here comes the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. First down here for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Couldn't make the play on first down. They'll try it again. 2nd and 10 from the 27. He's looking to throw. It's caught downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Wants to throw on first down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. They want to just keep throwing it. Makes his connection. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
As a defender, you use the sideline as the 12th man. That's another guy. You know the play stops there. He can't make a catch. Great job by the wide receiver, fighting for his space, catching the ball, and staying in bounds.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Red pass, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. Oh, he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They bring the punter onto the field now. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Trying to get to him. Takes the easy completion. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
This could have the earmarks of a wasted drive if they don't come up with something on 2nd down from the 13. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Looking to throw for it. Pressure coming. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
Third down and short. They choose to pass it. They got the whole playbook open because it's third and short. On their own side of the field, you could tell the QB wasn't going to make a mistake. He did not want to force the ball, make a bad decision. He throws the football away, lives to fight another down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Running back searching for a hole. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Hands it off. Keeps the legs moving.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
In an offense, if you're going to be successful running the ball, and I don't care who it is carrying it, you've got to have receivers that are willing to block. You've got to have guys that are willing to get involved. How about the receiver here on the stock block going and picking off that safety?
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They have declared their intentions on this drive, keeping it on the ground. It's 1st and 10 again. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Listen, a lot of time tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Fires to the right. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Knocking on the door. Offense now in the red zone.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The lone back's got it. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, wants to throw. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They're bringing heat. Had to get rid of it quickly. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First down for this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Across the 25, he's got room. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Comes out throwing on first down. It's complete.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. The give on the inside. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. He's going to let it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play. And they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Movement here from the tight end. The give to the tailback. Oh, he gave him the dead leg. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
And the number one thing I'm thinking when I'm backed up like this is don't get a negative play. Create some space. Nice job by the offense. Nice run.
And as soon as you squirt through that hole, you can make a big play, and that's what they did there. And the timing just a hair off.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
3rd down coming up.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And here comes the punt team.
On to punt it away.
Let's see what he can do with it. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. He makes the grab. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Timeout called by the offense.
He's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Williamson. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Feeling some heat. He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. They bring the punter onto the field now. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Cincinnati. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Nippert Stadium.
All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. They keep it on the ground to open the third. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field, but the run game has not been the problem today.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
Second down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a gap. It's Mitchell. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness.
Well, on offense, you have got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing into second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. The play action fake. Gets rid of it. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Running back goes in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. It's complete. And he will house it.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. So a drive there of 85 yards. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. They've cut into this lead. It's down to 11 as they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Looking to go up top on first down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple of completions back-to-back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
Third and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Williamson. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more third down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
They're going to throw it again. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. The give out of the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And third and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. On the move, it's Harrington. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. He'll pull it on the read. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. And if he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll run play action. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Might as well stick with him. He stopped again. They went right back to him, and he still found no running room at all.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Last two runs got a big fat nothing. Let's see if they try to go up top on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Leaves it with the back. Quick step and go. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Handoff to the single back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Working his way and keeping those legs moving. Picks up 5 down to the 14.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up on a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Coming out with it, it's Hardy. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Young. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll run it from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
In that 3rd and long situation, you'd like to see your quarterback have a plan. You know that they may dial up the blitz, so you've got to know where your answers are. Where's your hot route? Where's your sight adjust? Where can you get rid of the football if they bring an extra guy and the offense didn't look like they were ready for it?
And here comes the punt team.
On to punt it away.
Bringing it back, it's Harrington. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. The give to the back. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
Tackle is made at the 30. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Man, there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Leaves it with the running back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Picks up 7. Brings up 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They feed him again. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9.
He's tackled at the 9-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Oh, what a move! And it's a touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Now they'll try to tie it up with the too late. He's looking to pass. He's got it. The two-point try is good, and we are tied here in the fourth. They march 72 yards, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. To the air on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. Flips it out to the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Now on 3rd down after that run. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They bring the punter onto the field now. Running it back, it's Harrington. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't hang on, it's incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10. They try to pop a run on the draw. Makes his man miss. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
A nice play by the defense. 3rd and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll look to pin them deep. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll run it from the gun. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williamson. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Trying to find his man on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring in for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Got it in the middle. It's Williamson. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And as a defensive guy, it's so hard to cover these running backs out of the backfield because it starts to go to the flat. Oh, no, I got to go cover him, and then boom. He hits that angle route, cuts right inside, gets inside of me, and now I'm just chasing him, trying to get him on the ground. Nice route by the offense.
They'll throw it on first down. He's got his man. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Now on 2nd and short after the first down completion. Now the play fake. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And there's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They go to the ground. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
It's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They go right back to it. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
On the play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Going up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Harrington. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Using his legs, it's Mitchell. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. It's a draw. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32. That was a really well-run route on the curl to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job, too, by the receiver, getting his depth and then finding space in between the defenders, giving his quarterback a nice target.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Finds his tight end. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Defense comes up with a really big stop there. That's nice. They don't give up the first down, so the clock keeps working, but they're on their own end of the field. They know this offense is going to start taking shots into the end zone. They better have some guys ready on the back end, ready to swat some balls away and make some plays.
They'll run this play from the pistol. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Booker. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, they're able to get the completion right now, and you know the sense of urgency is up right here. They're in position to go win this game, David.
Yeah, and defensively, take your time getting off piles, make them eat clock, get in your defense really, really quickly, and make sure you don't give up any big plays by not being organized.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Out of the backfield, he's open. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Well, tempo is going to be a big deal right now, but 4th down coming up, trailing, you have to dial up the right play right here, David.
And first things first, you got to get the first down. Like, I got to convert this 4th down. The clock is irrelevant at that point. Then I got to kick it in high gear, make some plays, and getting scoring position to try to take the lead.
Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. That is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Well, that was a big play. They say games come down to just a handful of plays, and with a chance to tie the game here in the 4th quarter, they missed the opportunity, clanking that one off the post.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Trying to get behind the defense. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Mano-a-mano, man. One-on-one go ball. Who's going to make a play? The defender steps up to the occasion, knocks that one away for an incompletion.
2nd down coming up. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout by the defense.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them.